Hey, it's Sunday the 19th of October. You'll have to excuse me through this recording because I am currently working remotely on my back bedroom PC because I'm trying to get OBS Studio loaded onto it, and I'm recording this audio separately on my gaming PC, but I'm using my Blue Nessie mic. I've not recorded for I think for about 3 months or more, and I'm working on a spreadsheet at the same time, just updating a few things. So, over 3 months ago, I did record another Minecraft video, and I think prior to that I had gone over to Minecraft Realms. I'd gone back over to Realms, so I'd uploaded my world files back up to Realms, and I resubscribed because I wanted to kind of experience I can't think of the word. You'll have to excuse me, I'm very, very tired today. The new graphics. So obviously I could play and experience the graphics on my gaming PC on the internal server I used was a bit laggy. It wasn't perfect. So I kind of wanted to see what it was like on Realms. Obviously, at the time, I just got the Nintendo Switch 2. Just bear with me. I'm just because I have to hop between devices now while I'm updating this spreadsheet, but I can multitask. So this recording is going to be a bit more of a life update, but it's also going to be about kind of my progress on Minecraft. So I started playing Minecraft on Realms on the Switch 2, but then realised that you still don't get the new graphics, even on the Switch 2. So obviously the Minecraft version on Switch 2 is the old version that's been ported to Switch 2. It's not a Switch 2 version, even though it's running on new hardware. But I still carried on playing Minecraft Realms on Switch 2, and actually kind of got used to using a gamepad and stuff. But I was kind of switching between playing it on the desktop gaming PC and then on there. So my last recording I recorded on OBS Studio, and then I recorded I was just starting on the bathhouse build, and just bear with me, I'm just going back. Once I've got a start on this, because I've got a lot of data to enter. It's a little spreadsheet I keep. We're going all the way back to 16th of March. I can't believe I've not updated this since the 16th of March. 24. May. March. 16th March. Right. That was at 8:45. Okay, right, I know where I am now. So you'll hear me typing now. So I recorded, so I was starting the bathhouse build, and then I was clearing out a load of land for where the bathhouse build was going to be, and then I watched that recording back like I normally do, and the audio quality was really, really bad. My voice is on it, but there was a lot of static, and I don't know whether that was because of the audio that was being streamed over the internet from Minecraft Realms, or it was a problem with my microphone, or it was a problem with my gaming PC. Anyway, that is a shame, because that video was quite long, and I was showing quite a lot of stuff, and it was obviously talked all the way through it, and it's not good quality at all. So after that, I kind of gave up recording, and I never got round to really sorting out and fixing like the recording setup. So I stopped recording, but even after that, I didn't stop playing Minecraft. So like the last 3-4 months, I've been working flat out. I've had a lot going on at work. I kind of went through a bad patch. I went through a very bad patch with my mental health. Sort of around summer, maybe August. But that was really strange. So this is going to be really hard doing two things at once. I'd had a really good year. I was having a really good year up until the point, and I got a text message. This is like my life catch up now. I got a text message from Psychiatry UK, who, if you've watched my previous videos and I talked about my ADHD and my autistic diagnostic journey and stuff like that, I got this text message out of the blue, and this text message was from Psychiatry UK, who I'd been referred to through NHS Right to Choose, and it said that, like, great news. It probably didn't say great news, but I'm just going off the top of my head. It said something along the lines, great news, it's time for your appointment. So you've reached the top of the waiting list. It's time for your appointment for your ADHD assessment, and, you know, click on this link and book your appointment. So I booked the nearest appointment slot, and I think the appointment might have been the week after or the week after that. Anyway, the appointment was really, really quickly. So I went with like whatever appointment was available. You know, work were flexible with me. They allowed me, you know, a day off, a day of leave to complete the appointment, because I needed to use my annual leave up anyway. So I did the appointment. The appointment came round, and I was like quite nervous. I was quite apprehensive, because I've never been through like an ADHD assessment before. And the appointment was maybe 1 hour and 10 minutes, but put it this way, the appointment the appointment was very, very hard. And I feel it didn't go very well, to be honest. Because it digs a lot into your history, your background, your childhood, your adulthood. It digs into things that you don't want to talk about. It digs into experiences that, you know, are distressing and upsetting to you and traumatic and stuff like that. And like all of a sudden the whole of your life just comes up, and it is very, very upsetting. And unfortunately, I don't think the psychiatrist I had on the appointment was the right psychiatrist for me. I just don't know. I mean, you get given whatever doctor or whatever psychiatrist is available to do the appointment. You don't really have any preference. I mean, I don't go researching like or have a particular psychiatrist or a doctor, you know, in preference. So it didn't go very well. I had a lot of anxiety that came up, and then I got quite upset, quite distressed, and then oh my god, I've managed to do one line of entry. Wow, just because I'm talking. It's progress. So I kind of hung up and I finished that call, and then I ended up calling a colleague because I was literally going through all the contacts I could call in my head after the appointment. Like a call, I was so upset, like I could not stop crying. I was really worked up. And then I rang a colleague at work who has like known me for 4 years, known me for like 9 years now, and told her how I felt and how the appointment had gone, and they were really, really understanding. And then after that, I ended up calling my parents, discussing the appointment and the outcome of the call with my parents, and then that was it. And then after that, I think for the rest of the day, I literally was just completely burnt out. I felt awful. I felt depressed. I felt upset. I felt angry just because of the way the appointment had gone, because I'd been waiting maybe 2.5 years for this appointment, and then I don't know what I was expecting, but I did not expect to be treated or spoken to like that. And as a result of that, I submitted I think it must have been about 4 pages, a 4-page complaint to Psychiatry UK, complaining about the psychiatrist that I had and the experience that I'd had, and that there were certain questions in the call that I felt that the psychiatrist was not very wasn't as sympathetic, or didn't show much empathy or stuff like that. At the time when I wrote the complaint, I was extremely angry, extremely upset. And I was like, I can't believe I've waited all this time to be spoken to like this, to be treated like this. And I thought, you know, would I be treated any differently if I would have done this privately, and I paid money, or would I be treated any differently if it was directly with the NHS and not outsourced? Because obviously this is psychiatry is outsourced, so it's NHS right to choose. So, you know, my treatment, my diagnosis is obviously paid by the NHS, but it's obviously outsourced to an external provider that is vetted by the NHS and is, you know, approved by the NHS, whatever. I thought, you know, would I have been treated differently if I just waited? So yeah, I mean, as it is to date, my appointment I think was on maybe the 17th of July, and I'm still waiting for a response from the complaints department from a complaints officer. I've had an automated email. I got an automated email pretty much straight away saying, thanks, you just the usual, thanks for your complaint, and and then it says like, due to a high volume of complaints, there may be some delay in responding to the complaint. But it's like the way it was worded, I did not expect it to be this long. I think it's almost 3 months now. I've not received anything from a complaints officer. I think after that, I got a message from Psychiatry UK. It was actually from one of the psychiatrist's medical secretaries, that are dealing with it, the letters and whatever, the files, and they said, the psychiatrist would like a follow-up appointment with you following your test results. And I'd done an online test after the call she asked me to do, which was for further diagnostic, because there wasn't much history at the time provided. It's difficult to get a history from certain things, and which was a bit odd, because the way the call was closed down, it was just like, right, okay, so from everything you told me, from everything that I've picked through, I've concluded that you don't have this. So she concluded that I don't have ADHD, but she firmly believed I was autistic, and she said, you need to wait for your autistic assessment. And then I was like, well, what am I supposed to do? I've facing another 5 to 7 year wait for an autistic assessment. And it's like, it's okay just to say, just wait. But it's like, I'm going to be in my 40s. I'm 37 next March. I'm going to be in my 40s by that time. So... like, I was quite distressed when she said that, and I got really upset, and I was like, what am I supposed to do? I just want to know, what I have. I'm sick of, like, going through this, and just having to carry on in life and not know. Because it obviously has an impact on my day-to-day living. And then so I wrote back to them, the medical secretary, who was really, really nice, and I said, like, I wasn't expecting her to be a follow-up appointment. Like, she closed the call down, like she'd never speak to me again, and she, like, thank you, good luck, like, I'm not going to speak to you again. And so obviously she wasn't expecting the follow-up test to be the way the test results to be the way they were. So I wrote back to the medical secretary, and I said, like, I can't do this week for the appointment, I've got a lot going on at work. And I said that I said it's just a little bit awkward. I said, because I've made an official complaint to the complaints department, and I don't wish to speak to this psychiatrist, to this doctor again, because of the way I was treated, the way I was spoken to. I said I would feel very anxious. I don't feel comfortable speaking to this doctor, this psychiatrist again. I don't think it's good for me. So the medical secretary came back, and she said, I'm not aware that a complaint was logged. However, I'm really, really sorry for the bad experience you've had. And she said, I need to get some extra advice from complaints department and see where to proceed. How we are going to do your follow-up appointment, or if you will get a follow-up appointment. So then that has been on hold. So they came back to me again, and they said that the feedback they got from a complaints officer was that my case would need to be run past a lead clinician. So a lead clinician would need to decide whether a second follow-up appointment would be required. Because obviously with Psychiatry UK, you get one appointment really with one psychiatrist. You don't get a second psychiatrist to speak to. That's not normal procedure, normal process. So they wrote back to me and they said that they were going to, you know, escalate it to a lead clinician, and then they would come back to you with the outcome. So as today, I've been waiting for that. So I've had nothing back. Straight after the call, I had when I had the appointment. I had the appointment on Teams, so it was done on a video call, and well, I didn't record the recording. I really regret not recording it, but I use Teams for work, but I didn't know how to record. Now obviously they are required to record the call. So straight away I wrote to them the day after, and I said to them, I need a copy of the call recording because I wanted to review it. I wanted to go over it, listen to it. Because when I wrote the complaint, I summarised what I remember, but I couldn't give it word for word. So I wanted to re-listen to the appointment call, and I wanted to double check that I'd not overreacted. I wanted to see her body language on the call that made me feel anxious. I wanted to listen to her tone of voice. I wanted to listen to the exact questions. I wanted to listen to every single word for word, what she said, what I said, just to be confirmed, just to be definite that, you know, how I felt and that my complaint was justified. So I got a message back from the medical secretary saying that she'd seen the request come through it's called a SAR request, so it's called a subject access request. So she'd seen the request come through and it had gone through to the department, and then literally that took months. So by law, they have to respond to your SAR request within 30 days. My SAR request took almost 3 months. I think I submitted a message in August to them, and I said that the SAR request was still outstanding. It gone over the 30 days, and I'm still waiting. I was furious because, like, seriously, you're waiting on the complaint, you're waiting on the follow-up, you're waiting on the SAR request, everything. Any line you go down, there's a delay, and I know they have a lot of patients to go through, and like everything, it's the same with the NHS. There's a delay, but it's so bad. It's just, I just don't know. And like in the meantime, you have to keep on struggling, and you have this thing just hanging over you, and it took me months to get over how I felt during that assessment. It took me months. It literally, and when that's what I put in the complaint, I put that I'd had a really good year, and that I put that the appointment had put me back to where I was, and I was so angry and so upset. And my work said the same. They said I updated work with what was going on, and they said, like, you were doing so well, you were in such a good place, and it's like they said, don't let this ruin you, because it will. They said it will absolutely destroy you this time. And I've literally fought my way through the last couple of months, and I've been trying to keep on top of the complaint, trying to keep on top of, you know, the SAR request, keep on top of. I've been watching on the patient portal, on their systems. I've been checking all the time for updates and stuff, and it's been in the back of my head, it's been on the back burner, it's been on my to-do list, and it's like you can't close it down, you can't get any closure, you can't, because all I want from Psychiatry UK now is just a letter showing the outcome of my appointment, and basically, do I have it, do I not? That's it. I'm not after any medication. I just want a diagnosis of what I have, and then it's like I'm happy now just to wait for my autistic assessment, because I'm just done with it, the whole process, because it's just tiring and it's just causing me a lot of grief, and I just like, okay, I just carry on with my life struggling, and that's it until I get some doctor who tells me you have what you have. So the SAR request, I got a message out of the blue in September, I think, saying that they'd linked my SAR request to my patient account. So I logged in, thought, great, I'm going to get a copy of the video. No, I didn't get a copy of the video. I got a message from them saying that due to staff restructuring, team restructuring, or staff shortages, we've been unable to fulfill your request. And then they restarted the request date from the date that they sent the message, and I was furious. And I sent another message on the portal saying I acknowledge it, and I put that my request originally was from such and such in July, not September. The 30 days do not start from September, they start from July, just to cover my back. And then luckily, a week or so later, I finally got a copy of the files, but they sent me just the audio, not the video, for some reason. Don't know why. Because I wanted to see her, I wanted to see her body language. I wanted to see my body language because I could understand a bit more. And they sent me just the audio, but okay, fine. The audio's fine. I've listened to the audio. I listened to the audio several times. It's quite upsetting to listen to, and what I've done is I've transcribed the whole appointment. So I wrote another 2-3 pages of complaint to Psychiatry UK as a follow-up, because I did tell them I would be reviewing the audio and I was awaiting the call recording. And I kind of backed down a little bit, but I still felt that my complaint was justified in areas. And then basically I'm still waiting for a reply. Basically I had like another automated message saying, oh, thank you for your correspondence, but that's it. It's terrible. It's terrible. Like, if you're getting that many complaints from your complaints department, there really must be a problem. And I'm not surprised at all. So that's consumed me. The last couple of months. I've been doing Minecraft all the way through. I just haven't been recording. And because like, you revisit your childhood, you revisit your adulthood, you revisit past experiences and stuff like that, it throws up a lot of stuff, and then you start questioning a lot of stuff that happened during your life, and then everything sort of clicks. It's like a puzzle. Everything clicks into place, and then everything makes sense. And then it's like, and when you go through that, it's just, yeah, it's very upsetting. It brings up a lot of anger, a lot of upset, and then I went through all of that over the summer. But then I carried on working, I carried on doing Minecraft and stuff like that. So this recording is quite long. So the way I'm doing this is I'm going to put this recording with the video footage that I'm hopefully going to capture of my Switch gameplay. So what I'm trying is I've got a I've got like a HDMI. It's like a Ugreen. I've had Ugreen stuff before. It's very good quality. I've got a Ugreen HDMI capture stick, so it's a USB stick. So what I've done is I've put it in my back bedroom PC for now, because I'm having a few problems this morning. And then I put a HDMI cable into the back of the Switch dock. I took my Switch 2 out of the dock, and I was like thinking, right, great, easy, I can put a HDMI cable straight in. I can't, because I think it's micro USB or it's something else. Anyway, the output. So I need another adapter or a different cable. So anyway, I was going to do all this, so I installed OBS Studio on my Minecraft server that is kind of like obsolete at the moment, because I'm not running my Minecraft world on that. I'm just thinking, yeah. So I plugged in the capture card, the USB stick into that, thinking, and I'd set OBS Studio up on that, and it was detecting the HDMI card. So I was thinking, right, I can plug my Switch into it, great, start recording, and then I'll just record the audio with it, or record the audio separately. And then I've tried my Blue SC mic, which is quite old, in the Minecraft server PC, and for some reason does not detect it. But I plugged it back into my gaming PC, and I'm recording on this. You can hear me; it works. So completely confused. Anyway, so what I've done now is I have plugged the HDMI capture stick into my Switch 2 dock, and then I plugged it into my old desktop PC in the back bedroom, which is super slow. It's really old. It used to be Windows 10. I think I've talked about it before. It's been upgraded to Windows 11. It has quite an old Pentium processor, old mechanical hard drive. I'm not sure how it's going to be with recording Switch 2 capture footage. It won't be in like 4K resolution or anything, because it's not the device I've got. The capture card, it won't record 4K, I don't think, or anything like that, which I'm not really too bothered about. It's only Minecraft, and I just want to see if I record it directly from the Switch, if the quality is any better. I don't know. So I don't know. I just keep trying different things with recording, just because my hardware is quite old. Just seeing kind of what works. I mean, I was recording on OBS Studio, and I was recording well on my server, and that was recording quite well. But then since I've gone over to Realms, I just don't know, the quality wasn't good, and I was getting a lot of hissing and a bit of static, and I thought, well, maybe that's because I'm on a remote server on Realms, and could that be it? So I'm just trying different things just to see if I can get a good recording setup and get back to kind of uploading, because I was uploading like a video a week, but I've made so much progress on Minecraft, like over the last few months. Like, I've been playing every single weekend on my days off, and like I've not really recorded, because I've not recorded my progress on the bathhouse build, which was referenced to the Studio Ghibli film Spirited Away. That's what my next project was after the church build. I've actually, like, structurally, I've reached up the maximum height of it outside, and it's taken me all of summer up until this point to get to maximum height, and all I need to do now is finish detailing the inside and detailing the outside. But I'm kind of getting to a point now where I'm ready to move on to another project, another big build. I'm not sure what I'm going to build yet. I've got a few ideas. So basically, in this video, I just wanted to give a life update and then show what my Minecraft progress is. So I've recorded the audio for this now, because I'm still trying to load OBS Studio onto my mechanical hard drive PC, and I'm on remote desktop, and I'm not having much luck. I'm actually on VNC viewer, but it's so slow. It's just, I'm trying to load Chrome at the moment. It's a nightmare. So I'm not sure this is going to go very well, but I'm going to keep trying. I could actually plug the dock into my gaming PC, but because the dock is in another room and I just don't have the plugs, and it's just a load of faff, so I just can't be dealing with it. So I'm just trying to get some sort of setup in there. So yeah, so I'm recording this audio separately, and then I'm going to record some video walking around in Minecraft, but obviously it won't be me talking as I'm walking through the world, just to show off what I've done over the last few months. So yeah, I'm going to leave this for now because I've talked quite a bit, and I just want to kind of carry on with my little spreadsheet and update this, because I'm still waiting for this blooming mechanical PC to do something. So I thought while I'm doing this spreadsheet, it might actually do something. But at least it's given me an opportunity to talk and record this, which is what I wanted to do. It's just very hard for me to update the spreadsheet because I have to look at data on my phone, because I keep the data on an app on my phone and then put the data onto the spreadsheet and then talk and think at the same time. It's a bit hard. I'm very, very tired because I've had a very, very long week. So the last couple of months of work have been very, very tiring. I'm working a lot. I do a lot. So for me, it's a lot. It feels a lot. So yeah, it's just a little bit of an update. But thank you for listening, and I'll see you soon.